Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter in oxide bronze metallic mineral interior color. $65,000 for this. That's probably my only beef about it. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. In this video, I did some towing with it. I did off-road with it. I did a road trip with it. So I'm going to talk about that in this video. But let's start with exterior walk-around. So what makes this unique with this edition of the new 2024 Tacoma is this is the Trailhunter package. Like I said, we have the bronze Toyota Heritage grille. I have a rigid LED light bar there as well. I have the Old Man Emu forged monotube shocks with rear external remote reservoirs. I have these 18-inch bronze finished wheels. I have the Rigid Industries, I told you, the white amber LED fog lights and that light bar, and I also have some rigid lights in the back. I did a video actually this morning really early, and I'll talk to you more in that video about lights. We'll talk about the nighttime, what it looks like. I have this, what do they call this? High clearance trail exhaust. They have a little whistling noise. It's kind of hard to always get in camera, but when you hit the turbo, or you hit the acceleration and the turbo starts doing its job, you hear this really interesting sucking sound. It's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I had kind of fun with that because you don't have an exhaust note anymore with these trucks with these small engines. So at least, I don't know, had fun with that. ARB sport bar, gonna be right there. I also have real steel bumpers on the front and the back. And I don't know why I kick it. I guess you gotta kick it, no steel. I don't know why do we do this stuff. We have some good recovery points here and there. This is the iForce Max Trailhunter badging there. iForce Max means it's a hybrid powertrain. This gets 22 city, 24 highway, 23 combined fuel economy. So it's better in power generation, but it's got, like I said, a turbo with 8-speed automatic transmission, more power on demand with the way that turbo works, replacing a torque converter with electric motor. I have a battery behind the seat, and then when you need more power, the computer inside says, hey, I need more power. Zip, zaps the electric motor and gets you more power when you are on the road. We come around back. I want to show you the back seats. This is where the battery is. It's one of the points of contention with the Tundra and Tacoma. You lose some backseat storage space. Yeah, none. There is some questions about seating back here. I can tell you that it's not great. Okay, so there, I got in as gracefully as possible. So it's always a conversation online. It always happens. Mid-sized trucks, can you sit behind yourself? Well, I can sit behind myself. 5'7", sit behind myself. Somebody asked, can a 6'4" guy sit in front and a teenager sit behind? Depends. Is a 6'4" guy long legs or long torso? If you're long torso, maybe. If you're long legs, no. So that's one of the challenges. I see a lot of customers trying to make a mid-sized truck work for the lifestyle because they want the smaller parking, the smaller truck to be able to park it better, fit in the garage better, go down trails better. But these mid-sized trucks are all the same length, except for the Jeep Gladiator. I've done a video on this where I talk about they're all the same length because of garage fitting, which is one of number 2 reason people buy mid-sized trucks. And you either take some space out of the bed, you take some space out of the cab. Either way, you're gonna give up some compromises. So that's what that deal is. But yes, I can fit. I got headroom. I'm fairly comfortable. Would I get a little claustrophobic back here? Yeah, probably. Yep. USBs there. I have a plug here, drink holders, and then there's your styling of these seats. These seats are nice. These are the Softex seats. I had these in the 22 Tundra I bought when I had that for the channel, and I liked them. Held up well. Long road trips, never had a problem with those seats, so I like that quite a bit as well. Oh, one more thing. That bed back there, yeah, that's a composite. I've had some people like griping about a plastic bed, and in the comments, oh, I'm not so graceful getting out. I need a step bar. The composite bed's actually really great. It's really fantastic, personally. I'm surprised more brands don't do a composite bed. You don't have the rust issues, and it holds up really well. These are the frame-mounted rock rails. They're not step boards or steps to get in, so that's kind of my problem. That I'm just short. Trailhunter, badging there, styling there, and then there's your styling. Really kind of cool storage bins there. Payload, always put payload in my videos. 1,215 pounds of payload. And we have reduced it by 127, so because we added something to this modifications. So looking at probably 1,100 pounds of payload, which That's not much. We have, again, those seats there, powered seats. Here are some auxiliary buttons built in for adding accessories. We have light bar, fog light. I'll show that at night. There's your controls there. And then, oh, and by the way, it's on. The truck's on. I didn't turn it off. The hybrid battery is running. Okay. And let's see. We'll try to do this with the sun glare. I'm not sure I can pull it off. We will try. So I'll get kind of close. So there's your dash. You can see where it's on. There's some controls there for the radio. You have the controls there for the cruise control. There is your HVAC system, shifters, different drive modes. I'll show these more of the stuff when I'm off-roading later on in this video. Stabilizer, disconnect is a big deal with this. You have more articulation when you're off-roading. The screen, which I don't know what they did. It used to flicker all the time, but now it doesn't flicker, so that's right. So I don't know what's on camera. I used to film this all the time. The screen would always flicker, but now it's not. So at least I can show it to you now, which is great. Toyota there. There's our stitching there. And finished little cabin. No sunroof. I do have the digital rear mirror on. I use it quite a bit. If you haven't seen this before, it goes this way. Some people just prefer this because it's the way they've always grown up with it. I like it on now because it takes the camera off the chimsel, which light, and shows me what's behind. I like it at night too because it cuts down the glare. So that's just a me thing. Again, may not be a you thing. Oh, and some storage. Move that. I have my keys there. A little bit of storage there. I mean, this is a pair of sunglasses. See, that's about as much storage you got. I forgot to talk about two things that are interesting in this. Is that JBL speaker pops out. It's a solid state battery on this. You can actually take it outside and play music from it. It's paired to your phone. And in the bed, oh, I forgot about this. They have a built-in air compressor. So you can hook up your hose and you can fill up tires when you air them down or when you need to air them back up when you're doing some trail driving, big off-roading stuff. And then we have tie-down points, and then we have the plug in there for bed-mounted plug. So a couple details there I forgot to talk about. Okay, let's talk about this Trailhunter at night or in the dark, or actually in this case, early morning. No coffee yet, so no comments down below on that. But let's talk about this. So this is what the dash looks like, and I want to talk about one detail on this dash here in a minute. But here is your screen. This is at the dark mode. It has a white mode during the day. You can toggle it back and forth. I like the dark mode actually the best, and so I'd probably stay with that. So that's what that looks like. Here's your interior lights here, okay? And then I want to make sure while I'm sitting here, I'm gonna move the camera a little bit slower because it might be a little blurry for you. I wanna check the brights. So this is normal. Those are brights. Normal, brights. Let's look at the side too. Normal. Normal kind of goes over there, and brights, you can see where it goes farther out. Okay, and then there's heads-up display you can see right there. And then I want to turn on the light bar here. Well, it's this vehicle to pass us. There's some lighting there, and lighting there, and there. Okay, so yeah, pretty well lit up. My issue is I have a tire that's not low, it's just cold. And so you have to, I've been playing around trying to figure out like what the temperature of the tires are. So I go this way to settings. I hold OK for settings. I come over here. I then go down to tires, right? Is that what I did the other day? Yeah. And then I can stop and look at tire pressure. Isn't that kind of ridiculous? Like, why is it got to be so hard to get to that? Like, I'm surprised with the vehicle. I thought, well, hey, I'll just hit vehicle over here and vehicle alert, right? So tires, there's nothing there. So I don't know. It seems like there's an opportunity here to move some of this stuff to there, make it easier to find than going, okay, back and forth and going. So I was very distracted while I was driving, trying to figure that out. That's kind of my baby for that. We'll turn the brights on, and then I want to turn on the light bar, which is going to be right down here. Okay, so here we go. There's the light bar, boom. So brights on, lots of light. If you turn the brights off, you'll lose the light bar. Yep, no light bar. So only brights with light bar. And we're gonna get out real fast and we check this out, and then before anybody else comes around. So, yes, it's all mad at me. So there's your light bar on. Sorry for some of the glare. It's hard to film this stuff, but I'll try to do it like that. So really glary. But there, I guess you can see a little bit better like that. And then we'll come around the back. I want to check this out over here as far as the rear lights. So there is your rear light setup on the Trailhunter. Okay, so now we're going to kill that light bar because I don't want to piss off people driving down the road. Farmers get cranky about that kind of stuff. Let's turn the brights off. So this is what the cabin looks like. So we have the cabin light back there. I have lights up here. And looks like, yeah, I have a footwell light as well, which I really like footwell lights. This may just be a Trailhunter. I'd have to double check all the specs and everything. But when you look at this stuff, look for a footwell light. I think it makes a big difference. And then here's our lighting here. Ooh, those are LED lights in the bed. So there's your bed all lit up. Yeah, that bed is really well lit. And then my lighting is coming out over here so I can see around the vehicle. This light's coming down over here. And then this, yeah. So you can see that's how far those LED lights go. They go out about that far. So if you're camping or whatever, you have a good amount of light. And then, yeah, that bed is really well lit, actually. Especially for how dark it is out here. And then there is another light down there. And all lit up. And then this is the second row. I have some stuff back here, but that's the second row with those lighting back there. So quite a bit of light. I would say this is better on the higher end of things as far as vehicles that are done at night. This has probably got the better amount of lights in it. One thing that's nice with newer off-road trucks is when you have to go like up over this way and you don't want to die. That's a good thing. So then we press the view button here in this Trailhunter. And now I can see where I'm not going to die. So I can see where my wheels are, my tires are. I can change modes. I can turn something automatically, which is that mode. I can turn, not automatically, off-road mode. What am I saying? This is off-road mode. So, there's auto button right there. So I can see degrees of tilt. I can see where my tires are. This is a pretty handy setup. And so we're gonna go nice and slow into this setup. So I may actually, since I'm filming this with my phone holding on it, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in neutral. I'm gonna turn on crawl control mode. So I may have to be, let's see, unavailable. I got it shifted into 4 low. So we'll turn. There we go. We're gonna shift into 4 low. It's shifting now. Okay. Oh, I guess I go 4-wheel drive first, then drive for a hot minute. Okay, now we're in 4. Back to I know neutral is 4 low, so I turn in 4 low. There we go. We're going 4 low now. Parking support off, all that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can't. There you go. You can see on the screen. And then I'm gonna press and drive. Press. There we go. Downhill crawl control. Downhill crawl control 2. So I can turn the dial for plus or minus to go faster, or I can just take my foot off of it. I think I can. Yeah. So there, I'm in 1. So I can film that. I can hold my phone. The truck, I have no foot on the brake or gas. The truck is doing it itself. It's crawling. You can use this uphill or downhill. It's really nice in this setup. So yeah, this is where it's a little nervy, a tad bit nervy here. But what's nice is I'm not so stressed. Again, I can hold my phone and film, and all I'm doing is steering. All I'm doing is making sure that my wheels are going forward, and it's gonna go ahead and crawl me to the top. Take me to the top. Up there somewhere. I need to film up there. I'm gonna fly my drone. Show you guys some cool footage up there. So yeah, it's going. And what's nice is there's no wheel slippage, and it just keeps a nice steady pace all the way to the top. So for those that get a little nervous off-roading or little nervy spots like that turn right there it's the nastiest spot on this whole ranch. That makes that a lot easier. And then we'll get to the top, and I kind of put my foot into it, and I can overpower the crawl control, and I can get going, and then I can turn it off. Now that I'm on the top, yeah. there you go. There's your quick and easy crawl control demo in the Trailhunter plus the cameras. It does. It makes it a lot easier for those type of situations. Okay, so now that I'm done, I just hit crawl control button. It deactivates it. I will go see it deactivated. Sorry, it's getting a little blurry on the screen. I'm gonna go put it in neutral. I'm not gonna stay on 4 low because I don't need it. I'm gonna go back to two-wheel drive probably, as this is two-wheel drive property up here, especially how capable these are and the wheels are. So I'll have them 4 low high. I'm gonna shift it into drive, and then I'm going to twist one more time and see if it does it. There it goes. Oh, I heard a little clunk. So it deactivated the front axle. So there we go there. That was kind of a weird clunk, but all right, what of that? So then I'm gonna press drive mode and see. Oh, multi-train select unavailable. Oh, I'm in two-wheel drive. Maybe I could go back to 4 high. And then let's try multi-train select. Okay. So I can choose different trains. Auto, dirt, sand, mud, deep snow. So I'll just turn on the auto. And that way it'll keep track of where I'm at up here and make sure that I'm not gonna die. Dying is a very important part of not doing this. What's nice is the camera comes back on too, so I can see really well around me. So I have multi-train selected. I have auto mode, so it's gonna check out a train, look for wheel slippage. I'm in 4 high. And then, yeah, we'll go for a drive, check this out. Okay, what's it like to off-road with this Trailhunter? Well, isn't it obvious? It's a lot of fun. So going down this hill, I gotta turn on my camera again to see where I'm going. And I'll show you some footage in this video about the front camera and how you don't die in situations like this, because it is really handy having that with the lines and everything to see where you're going. And then I could turn on downhill assist control, and it'll help me go down this hill, take my foot off the gas, and just it takes me down to speed I select. So it's like crawl control, just a little bit different. So crawl control will modulate the brakes and the accelerator, take you down nicely in a much slower controlled motion. Downhill assist control, in my opinion, is a little bit quicker, lets it go a little bit faster down a hill. And then you get down the hill, click the button over to multi-train select, and then you go. So no concerns about ground clearance, about skid plates. I got it all here. I'm not worried about hitting anything, I should say more accurately, with the skid plates. I'm just gonna have a day. You know, this is something you could do. You could definitely take like a off-road camper or off-road kitchen or something and go overlanding a couple days, or you could just have some fun at the farm. It just depends what you want to do with this Trailhunter. But yeah, it's just ready to go. I barely need 4 low. I barely need 4-wheel drive. These tires are really good. The traction is really good, and the horsepower and torque from this hybrid is just seamless. Lots of power, no complaints there. No, really, I got nothing to complain about. It's pretty cool. Okay, here we go. We're going up Wildcat Hills right over there. I did this with Land Cruiser. I did this with GX 550. Now doing Trailhunter. I've also done Ram trucks, GM trucks, Ford trucks, Toyota Tundra. Let's see how this thing does. So I have the setup on the screen. I'll see if I can't get as close as I can. The sun is in the absolute worst position possible, but there is our temperature gauges. We're going up top. You can hear a little turbo being sucked in by the air inlet over there. Kind of a fun little sound to have. Right now it's showing we've gotten close to 20 at times. Now we're getting better, I should say, as far as numbers. But yes, we're going on up. And as there we go, shifted again. It's a pretty steep portion right through here. This is about at 4,000 feet, 70 miles an hour, 80 degrees outside, just pulling 1,000 pounds with the four-wheeler. Not very much at all, is my guess. Maybe 1,500, if I remember all the specs and everything. Not a lot of weight, just four-wheeler on a trailer. Now we downshifted, making the turn. Okay, I didn't see any of my gauges really do anything crazy. Everything seems like it's pretty normal. And we're gonna get to the top here, right about here is the top point. As we turn. And now we're leveling out, should downshift our time right about here. Yep, there it is. We're gonna go down. I wanna see how it does going down. Toyota's got a new system. It's active, I can't remember their marketing term, but anyways, it helps you slow down in corners. It actually will anticipate the corner in front of you and slow you down. So I'm curious what it does with towing, because there is a big turn right here. I don't want to go on that wall. I want to turn, and I'm curious if it'll do the turn for me. Foot off the brake, foot off the gas. I'm just gonna, I have cruise control on, which is working this time. Again, Land Cruiser didn't work, I don't know why. It's using downhill shifting. It's just shifted to a higher gear to hold that speed, didn't get running away with lower gear. Made downshift again on me. See, this is the turn. And yeah, the brakes are being applied. 79, 69, 68. I downshift, well, I didn't downshift, I ran on the little runners on the side and made a little noise. And now I'm down to 67, and it's picking back up. So it's pretty nice as far as if you get caught unaware, or if you're going through a corner and you just, I don't know, a lot of times I'm just like, I don't want to turn off cruise, I want to turn it off, turn back on. I'm lazy, I get that, but that's a nice little feature. So very, very comfortable towing situation with this. No concerns at all. Now granted, this isn't max towing, it's not 5,000 pounds, but I think it's something that people would do with this Toyota Tacoma. Okay, driving it around, yeah. It's a lot of fun. You can hear that, I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but the exhaust is kicking up. I can hear the exhaust in the back. I can hear the air over there. It's a lot of fun. Did off-roading with it. It's great off-roading. Toyota has one of the better systems for all the off-roading gear and things. I would challenge most people with Tacoma to get it stuck. Good luck. I don't think you can, unless you really do something stupid, because it has all this great technology to get out of trouble. And I think it looks great. I was surprised. It did a Facebook group. I put a photo up and people freaking hated it, and I was like, this is weird. Like, I think this looks amazing. I thought they did a really good job on this. Again, there's not much I don't like about it. I think it really comes down to whether or not you like a hybrid powertrain or the turbocharged powertrain. There's two choices, and whether or not you want to spend $65,000. It's a little rich for me. I have seen some owners online who bought these who freaking love them, and I can see why. It's a good looking truck, and it's turned heads all week, and I would be sad when they pick this one up in about 6 minutes. So I better hightail it back to the house. But you can sit right there and watch more videos. Haha, they're right there in the screen. Click on for more. Check out our website at pickuptrucktalk.com. Check out the forum over there. It's growing every day. Things are getting big over there, guys. Trust me. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.